Okay, so great win tonight. You got tied into first place, and go everything that went right.
Well, I thought we rebounded fairly well after the first. I didn't think our execution was very sharp in the first, 13 minutes of the period, and then we got a little sustained opportunity the last 5-6 minutes and generated some chances, and then obviously the second period was filled with special teams. I thought the penalty kill was outstanding, and then we got some timely goals. We get a great nice pass from Fellhaber on both of them, and got us going into the game. And then the third, a little bit back and forth, and power play came up with a big goal for us. And then obviously you can't say enough about Trent's game. He was outstanding.
And Fellhaber's he's due. He's been heating up lately, but he's gone 13 games without a goal this season, and had several chances today, but decided to pass off the puck. Is that just something he's been working on?
Well, I mean, it's just part of the game, get a good start, and he's done a good job for us, and he impacts the game in other areas, just not by goal scoring. So they did a great job on the penalty kill, and he's a guy that gets engaged early and gets our team into it and goes to the hard areas, and he'll get rewarded when the timing's right, but he made two great reads on the first two goals.
And as you'd mentioned, the second period was full of penalties, specifically Chris Wagner, but you guys were able to kill them all off, and then Wags came out of the box and scored. Did you have a few words to say to Wagner after the couple penalties there?
Well, no. I mean, I know he plays a hard game, and first one probably rolled up off the stick, delay a game, and didn't catch an eye on the second one. The third, he gets in a fight. He's got to answer the bell from a hit the guy ducked on, and he's just an honest player that plays hard. So he's always going to be there for the team and in those situations. And he's a guy that's killed a lot of ice on the penalty kill for us this year and done a good job. So guys responded well when he was in the box.
And then you had Stevens come back to the lineup after roughly about 6 weeks. Last game was January 10th. What kind of impact does he make on the game?
Well, I thought he did a real good job. Obviously, he'd been working real hard, getting back into it, making sure his conditioning and his puck touches were up to par. And he just adds that size and length and physicality to our lineup that we've been lacking on the back end, especially with Ludwig out. So I thought he did a real nice job simplifying his game and finding his timing.
And with Ludwig out, and once he does get healthy, how's that lineup's going to get shuffled?
Well, we'll just get to that point when we get to that point. I'm not worried about making a lineup. The only lineup I'm worried about is tomorrow.
And then now, of course, you've got a few injuries on the line here. You've got Foodie with some type of injury. We weren't sure what he's got. Is he just listed as day-to-day?
Yeah, he's on the mend. He's working back, and we're just going to wait until he's 100% healthy, so there's no regression.
Is that upper or lower?
Lower.
Lower? Yeah. Okay. And then of course, you've got Steinberg, and he's making progress too.
Steinberg's making progress. Poland's making progress. All our guys are, I don't have a direct timeline for any of them, but they're all working hard with the medical staff, and they're getting on the ice and getting their legs under them. So we're looking forward to a healthy lineup when the time comes.
Would there be a chance that Barons could see playoff time if you guys, of course you guys are going to make it, but if you guys get deep enough, would he be able to play in the playoffs?
Well, we'll have to talk about that timeline when it gets to that point, but right now, he's a ways out still.
And then there's one other one I had for you, but I can't remember. So you guys had the two in Abbotsford that kind of slipped away from you, and then you came roaring back in Texas. What were those types of changes that you made in Texas to get that momentum back?
Well, I think, when you have a few days to stew on a couple bad losses and you're not happy with, performance that you get, you have some team meetings, some video sessions, some practice time, and it's a mature group, and they're motivated. They know successful we can be when we play the right way, and we've got a strong leadership group in there that did a nice job and helped us rebound it.
And then I remembered what I was going to ask you about. Jacob McDonald and Wyatt Omont got an opportunity to practice with the Avs last week. Not an official call-up, but an opportunity to get seen by Coach Bednar and the rest of the staff. How's that motivate them and get their game going?
Well, I think it's great opportunity. They get to go up and get a couple skates in with the big club, while their guys are at Four Nations, and gives them a good gauge of where they're at in comparison to NHL timing and NHL practice up against NHL players, and great opportunity, great time for them to get their confidence up, and it just shows you get rewarded in different opportunities, even if it's just to go up and get a practice. We get anytime you can get on the ice with an NHL team and NHL players, it's good for you to gauge where you're at, what you need to work on, and obviously should help slow the game down here.
And then Wyatt Omont, he's one of those players that you've been able to use essentially all over the lineup, and his leadership skills have been key to everything that you've been able to do with in the locker room. How can you expand on that?
Well, I mean, he's just one of those strong character glue guys. We've talked about it since day one, where when he joined our team from Mankato, you could see the high level of compete that he brings every single day, and the energy that he brings on the ice. And he's worked really hard at rounding his game out, and to the point where we've used him up at the forward position, and he skates, he's physical. He leads by example. He blocks a lot of shots, huge on the penalty kill for us. So testament to him and the hard work he's put in. And obviously Tim's put a lot of work with him on the video and defensive side of things. So that's what this league's about. Every opportunity you get, touch the ice to get better, gets you one step closer to the NHL opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you, and congrats on first place.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate it.